Okay, here we are, live. I am going to give you a quick tour of my garden. And here is some lupine or liatris or liatris. I don't know how to pronounce it. But the bees love that plant. There's some mint. That is my horseradish. Here is a little piece of grass, because in Colorado you can't really grow grass. If you look at the other part of the yard, we don't have much grass. But my grass, or I should say Tim's grass, is really great this year because we had lots of water. This is a currant bush, which is native to Colorado. And if you can see, we have berries. And I need about 20 of these bushes so I can make jam out of my currant bushes, or berries. So over here, you'll see some, well, the blooms already came off, but they were black lilies. And then we've got some hops growing over on the fence, and hopefully they'll start doing a little better. And then there is my herb nautilus, but I should say it's a mint nautilus now because it's kind of taken over with the mint. There are my wind chimes. Those are from my sister. So every time they make a sound, I think of her. There's my deck and fire pit. And some flowers that I really like, and I forgot the name. It's going to show you my turtle garden, and that's in honor of my mom. So we have all her little turtle figurines down in here, and and then I have a turtle solar light that reminds me of her. Here is my sedum garden, and it's done really great too. So, and we have these great flowers, and I have no idea what they're called. And then this one is about to bloom. And we've got some chicks and hens in here too, which are really nice. So, and these are my peonies. I have 5 of them growing, and they've done really well. So then over here, just a little back sitting area, and I have my lovely frog. I like frogs. So I'll take you over here into the front of the garden. So got some mint, or no, herbs there. I think it's oregano. Yep, pretty good. We got some asparagus growing. So, Meg, you know what asparagus looks like. But a lot of people on our garden tour didn't know what asparagus looked like when it was growing. And this is what it looks like. This is horseradish again. And then we've got some nasturtiums. And those are really good for salads. So then we've got some really pretty marigolds. These just kind of come up, and naturally we don't plant them anymore. There's a natural or native raspberry bush that keeps growing. Over there are some wildflowers. This is my lavender, and it's about 6 years old, and it's doing real good. But surprised we can grow it up here too. And then we've got some hot peppers. We've picked a few of those off of there this year. Got some leeks growing. And I'm going to really try to do more food next year. But these are my roses, and I did get roses this year. So that's good. And then I have a raised bed that I have some onions and basil and stuff in. Right back here is a native rose bush, and it blooms in the spring. Let's see. Here's some more wildflowers, which have done really great this year. We've got, especially since the deer aren't around. Can't get into my fence. For all my Louisiana friends, I am growing azaleas well, this is the first year, but so that can change. But these are called Northern Lights azaleas, and they're white with some yellow on them. They're really pretty. And then I have some pink azaleas, which definitely remind me of Louisiana. And they are surprising good to -30, which I don't think we get -30 up here, so I'm hoping that they'll grow. Here's another plum tree. I think it's going to survive. It's got kind of damaged with hail this year, but we're going to get plums. We've got 3 of the trees, 3 plum trees, different varieties, and people were really surprised we were growing plum trees too, but they're good to -20, I think. Oh, and the first year I planted a honeysuckle vine years ago, and it's actually coming up this year, and it's growing out of my the cage I put it in. Those are blackberries or raspberries, I'm not quite sure yet. They didn't bloom this year. And then I did plant some sunflowers, and they're kind of pitiful, but they're growing. So, you know, I am at 8,500 feet. Now, these are some peas that I planted in June, actually, so after our last hail. So they're not doing bad considering. And I've got some cabbage growing. But we expanded our fenced-in area this year. And so this next year, all of this that we're looking at right now, it's going to be food production. So let's see how much I can grow, which is kind of cool. But I've learned yesterday at the gardening tour that I'm definitely going to need a hoop house or something, especially because of all the sun. So even if it's supposed to be sunny, then it doesn't need that intensity of sun up here. So let's go into my greenhouse now. So this is my greenhouse, and I've got some tomatoes and lots of peppers, and my peppers are doing pretty good. Let's see. Okay, so my peppers are doing pretty good. You can see, I mean, they're not Louisiana big or nothing, but I am getting peppers, so that's a good thing. And my tomato plant isn't doing bad, it's just late. This year is weird. Got some onions, here's some more peppers. Got myself a big one right there. I got some more peas, and I've been eating peas all year, so, and they're very sweet. There are some Parisian carrots, and then I've got some Mexican sour gherkins right here, and I planted those really late too, but they're growing. I had planted cucumbers there, and my cucumbers for the first year did great, and they haven't done that yet again. So we're hoping the gherkins will do good. It's another patch of asparagus. And as you can see, the fronds are really big. But we've, if you see here, there is a little asparagus coming up. And we've got quite a bit in here. So we'll start cutting next year. So let's go out again, and I will show you my lettuce. because I did really good on lettuce this year. And I found a great place for some tomatoes. They really like it back here, the back side of the deck. So go over there, check out my tomatoes. Now this, I think, I almost killed it. We almost killed it, but it has come back with as gangbusters. So, got quite a few tomatoes on here, as you can see. And I am hoping that they'll all get red soon. So there is a tomato. And we've got several tomatoes going. There's our lettuce. I'm about to harvest everything and replant because some of it's bolting. So it's getting a little warm back here. But it is great lettuce. We've enjoyed our lettuce this year. I'm waiting for my tomatoes though. So that's kind of our little tour of the garden. And on a really nice evening, there's the water fountain that we have. And some other plants that are on the deck. So, oh, and I was going to show you what not to do with your wildflowers is leave them outside the fence, because this is what happens to them. The deer eat them. So, and there's another bed over there. The deer kind of got those this year too. And then up there in the front, we have my catmint, which is deer resistant. Deer don't like catmint. So I should plant more of that. So here is our garden. I hope you enjoyed our little tour here on the August evening. And everybody else has already harvested, I think, in Louisiana. So they're hot days and lots of rain. So anyway, leave comments, suggestions, ideas for me, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.